Hi, Michelle here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the less glamorous but still absolutely critical parts of Hoya care, dealing with honeydew and sooty mold. If you've ever touched Hoya leaves and thought, why are they sticky? Or noticed black, dusty coating on your plants, then this video is for you. By the end of the video, you'll know what honeydew actually is, why sooty mold grows on it, and how to prevent this from becoming a cycle of frustration in your collection. Now, I do, of course, have some examples. And my examples would be these two plants. I have a Crassy Petiolata Splash, and I have a New Guinea Ghost. And today what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll take a little bit of a closer look at those, and we'll see what it is I'm talking about, so you can see if you have this going on, and if you do, how to get rid of it. If you like today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That lets the word get out to the YouTube universe that my plant channel exists and that I'm out here releasing videos about Hoyas and their care every week. If you'd like to help the channel out a little further, please consider subscribing to my channel. I have a goal to make it to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm a little more than halfway there already, so that's really exciting. And if you'd like to contribute to this video, please consider adding a comment to the comment section below. I do read and respond to all the comments in my videos, so I will respond. Just please be patient with me, as it may take a day or two to get back to you, but I will. And now on to the video. And I guess the first part would be for us to ask, what is honeydew? Have you ever wondered what that is before? Now, honeydew is not the plant sweating. Scientifically, what honeydew is, it's the sugary excretion from sap-sucking insects like aphids, mealybugs, scales, sometimes mites, and sometimes white flies. These insects feed by piercing plant tissue and sucking out the phlegm sap. The phlegm sap is loaded with sugars but is low in protein. So they process a ton of it, and then they excrete the excess sugars as sugary droplets. That's honeydew. I'm going to see if I can show you a leaf with honeydew. So here is a leaf with honeydew. Can you see how my finger is sticky? Can you see that leaf and see how it is sticky? I don't know if you can see the top of it, but it's sticky. If you can see any shiny spots, any shiny areas on this Hoya, that is honeydew. It's normally not nectar from blooms, unless your Hoya is blooming all over the place. It's usually from pests. So when you see it, know there's a problem. That shiny glaze on your Hoya's leaves, that's definitely honeydew. Now let's bring in problem number 2. And I will show you on this plant because it's kind of hard to show you on the Crassy Petiolata. And that would be these leaves right here. This leaf, can you see that leaf right there? Can you see that brown stuff on it? This leaf right here, I know it's dark, but can you see the brown, black stuff on it? See if I can get a good one. I'm gonna get out my Crassy Petiolata Splash, which also has it, but the leaves are dark, so it's harder to see it. This is a good leaf for my Crassy Petiolata that has it. Can you see the dirt? Can you see the crusty bits on that leaf if I tilt it? I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can lighten this up in post. But you can see the dirty, crusty, brown, icky part. That black, dusty looking stuff, that is sooty mold. It's not directly feeding on your Hoya. It's actually feeding on the sugars in the honeydew. But it blocks light from hitting the leaves, and it clogs the stomata, and it overall stresses the plant. That's why an infested Hoya often looks dull, unhealthy, or like it's been left in a dusty corner. It's not just the pest, it's the whole ecosystem that develops around their waste. So a honeydew plus sooty mold is really like a 1-2 punch. Pests make a mess, then fungus moves in to take advantage. Now, what you need to do is you need to find the source. If you only wipe off the honeydew, the pests that make it will still keep producing it. The key is to find it and to treat the source. Now on Hoya, there are very specific usual suspects. And the number one is mealybugs. Now what you want to do is you'll want to look for the cottony clumps in nodes and on the undersides of leaves. Scale insects. You want to look for brown, immobile bumps on stems and near leaf veins. Aphids are clusters of soft-bodied insects, often near new growth. Whiteflies are tiny little winged insects that flutter when they are disturbed. Each of these tiny pests lives and feeds differently, but they all create honeydew as a byproduct. This is an example of sooty mold on a fresh new leaf. This has got sticky honeydew, and it's also got the sooty mold growing. That's where you want to look for everything. Now, the next thing after you recognize sooty mold and honeydew, now you need to go ahead and eradicate it. And the first thing you do is you eradicate the pests. Step one is physical removal. If you see a mealybug or a scale or anything else like that, swipe it with a cotton swab dipped in isopropyl alcohol. That will normally get it to come off. Step two is to wash the plant. Take it to the sink or shower and rinse those leaves. This gets off the sticky honeydew and also a lot of the surface pests. Step three is treatment. Depending upon your comfort level, you can use insecticidal soap, you can use horticultural or oil, or you can use a systemic treatment like imidacloprid. But always test first. Hoyas can be a little sensitive. I use systemic, plus I spray with a DIY pest spray that Fern uses, Wild Fern, and also was found on the Liquid Dirt website. I can put it in the description below if you'd like to have it. It works really well for me on eradicating most pests. It's not a chemical pest spray in terms of an insecticide or a miticide or anything like that, but it does have rubbing alcohol in it and soap, so it does do really good. Actually, what I'm going to do is after this video, I'm going to spray these down with that spray and get these all cleaned up and put them back in the pots. You know, step four after you get all that done is to repeat. No matter what, assume that you're going to have to retreat in 7 to 10 days to catch the next hatch cycle. Your long-term goals. You know, here's how you're going to avoid going through this again, because you don't, once you get past this point and you no longer have the honeydew or the sooty mold, you're not going to want to do this again. And the first thing is to quarantine your new plants for 2 to 3 weeks bare minimum. It is easier to treat a prop box full of Hoyas than an entire collection of Hoyas, trust me. Check nodes and leaf backs every so often to make sure there isn't scale or or aphids or mealybugs or anything like that developing. Keep the airflow up. If you are having Hoyas in cabinets, make sure you have a fan in there of some type, even if it's just a little couple of computer fans. That really helps keep the airflow up. And if you're in the open room, make sure that you have some airflow going on. Most importantly, don't ignore the first sticky leaf. One sticky leaf means you have pests that you can't see. One sticky leaf means there's probably a lot of pests on that plant. When I saw this leaf right here, this sticky, sooty leaf right here, I knew something bad was going on in this New Guinea ghost. And there's scale going on, unfortunately. It caught it bad. I treated it with systemic granules. I'm getting ready to treat everything again with systemic granules. Then I'm going to spray everything down. It does look like the scale on it are dead because I am feeling the scale and they are knocking off with the lightest pressure. So they don't appear to be alive anymore. So that's the systemics, that was what the systemic did. So now my next step on this would be to go ahead and hose this down, I don't need to take it out of the pot, but I will show you something. Look at those roots in this pot, that is definitely why I don't want to restart this or anything like that. I want to save it as is. But it should be savable. I don't see any reason why there's anything that can't be fixed with this. It's just a little soot problem. It's just a little, scale never killed anybody, not that I know of. So we're gonna treat it with systemic again. We're gonna clean it with my homemade pest spray, which I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen right now so you can get it. I treat it with that. I wipe it with that, and then I have a pair of dusting gloves, and I go in and I clean all the leaves with that, and then I wash off the dusting gloves, and then I wash off the plant to get all the honeydew and sooty mold all off, and then expose the leaves to nice clean leaves again. So that's what I'm gonna do. So to recap, honeydew is insect waste. It may not look like it. It may just look like shiny little residue, smooth residue all over your leaves, but it's really not. It's insect waste. Sooty mold is a fungus that grows on honeydew, and the real solution is to find the pests, treat the pests, and prevent them from coming back. Hoyas can absolutely bounce back once the cycle is broken. Think of it like this. One shows the beginning of the problem, and the other shows what happens if you leave it too long. Well, that's my video for today. Let me know in the comments section what your thoughts are on today's topic. Have you ever had a problem with honeydew or sooty mold? Did you know right away what it was, or did you have to research it? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you did while watching this video. Did you focus on watching it, or were you doing other things like plant chores? No matter what, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video until the end. I know there are a lot of things that you can do with your time, and I really appreciate that you spent it with me. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.
World of green, just like a dream. You and I standing wild and